Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics to get more people playing your indie game. You are listening to the Indie Game Marketing School with your instructors, Daniel Doan and Tony Chan.
So on this episode, we're going to talk about how to cut your Facebook advertising costs. And as many of you know, Facebook, it's just a great place to market your game. And so Facebook ads, it's important to learn how it works and the best way to utilize it effectively. So go ahead, Daniel, take it away.
All right. So when it comes to Facebook ads, you definitely want to try to figure out how to maximize your ad spend. And basically, I mean, the whole goal is to basically get the customer acquisition cost lower than the customer's lifetime value. So like in layman's terms, you need to make more than you spend. So when it comes to mobile ads, they typically have like a higher click-through rate, but only if they're paired with a mobile responsive landing page, right? So if you're advertising to people on mobile using Facebook ads, you need to make sure that like wherever you're sending them to, like it's relevant to them, and it's not just like your normal landing page for your website. And also, like another thing when you're running mobile ads, newsfeed ads have much higher engagement than sidebar ads. Pretty interesting rule of thumb there. And yeah.
What about the boost? Like there's something called boost posts. Is that any different from like regular Facebook advertising, or should we even use boost posts?
So boosted posts are really not recommended. I mean, you could boost posts, but don't do it, using the boost button, since that's not really targeted very well. You need to use the ads manager to boost posts, because then you can actually hyper target, your actual audience using that. And also like when it comes to audiences, it's really good to use lookalike audiences for your ads, since you want to be able to target people who are already interested in your game. So like for example, let's say that you have a bunch of people who have signed up for your mailing list that genuinely love playing your game. Use them as a lookalike audience, and basically target people that are like them. And then one interesting thing that you do is you could actually run ads to recent press coverage of your game, and you can target other gaming journalists. So like for example, if you get covered by, let's say, GameSpot or like Kotaku or Destructoid, you can run ads that show that this awesome website covered your game, and then you can target other journalists via Facebook targeting. So like that's a good way to make other journalists realize that hey, like Kotaku covered this game, I might want to cover it too. And then like another thing is you could you always want to look for psychographic patterns. So like interests, websites visited, events attended, stuff like that. Because it's generally better than demographics. So like demographics are, age, sex, location. That's the basics. But you really want to narrow down psychographics, because it gives you a much clearer look at exactly what you're trying to aim for in terms of your audience.
Yeah, so Facebook advertising, there's a lot to it. So I do recommend watching a YouTube video, so you're checking the right boxes, you're putting in the right thing, because it's a really big tool, and if you use it correctly, you could get the right traffic. So what do you want to tell those people that uses Facebook, but then they were like, oh, I'm not getting any traffic, or it's not working for me? Like, what do you think are the biggest mistakes that people are usually doing on Facebook ads?
So honestly, there's a lot of things that go on, with Facebook ads, and the easiest way to like get good with it is to run experiments. So maybe do like a couple dollars every day running ads, and you want to be able to just experiment with optimizations. So like ongoing competitor research, multiple audience segmentation, conversion pixels, retargeting campaigns, lookalike audiences, image ad testing, dashboard reporting, lead quality improvements, micro-targeted audiences, geographic ad granularity, ongoing bid optimization, engagement rate optimization, and bid time improvements. So I mean, like this is like a topic that you could talk about all day and still not have a clear understanding of it. But I mean, it's all about just learning more and digging deeper through it. So I would definitely recommend just doing it and then learning from doing.
Yeah. You got to test it out. And would you consider Facebook advertising as the best way to market your game, or?
I would say yes and no. Yes, because so I would picture it as kind of like a hose, right? So there's a hose and there's a guy, standing there next to the hose, and he's like, hey, if you give me money, I'm going to turn on this hose. But if you stop giving me money, I'm going to turn off the hose. So that's basically paid ads, like in a nutshell, where you can actually get audience really, really quick using money. So yeah, I mean, if you have the budget, like that's great. But like if you don't have the budget, then it's better to go organic because the traffic not gated behind a paywall, right? So you can build that audience, you could grow that audience, and you can have like a lake full of water instead of some guy guarding this hose with money.
Interesting the way you put it. But yeah, so Facebook ads, definitely check it out. Do tutorials because it's a lot to it, but once you get it down, you can really gain some traffic. So look on YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. So that's it for today's episode on how to cut your Facebook advertising costs. I'm Tony Chan from Game Dev Loadout.
I'm Dale Dunn from Black Show Media.
This session of Indie Game Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for daily marketing strategies to help you find the fan base your game deserves. Don't forget to rate and review the show so we can bring you more valuable content. Until then, keep pushing forward. We'll see you on the next episode.